welcome. You're watching The Date with me, Abha Bakaya. Today we're dining at Frangipani at the Trident, Nariman Point, and we're here to meet none other than Yash Birla, someone who's really come of age both personally and professionally. Today we find out what exactly makes Yash tick. Yash Birla was forced to take over the group's businesses at the young age of 23 after the unfortunate demise of his family. He took over in the middle of a restructuring process and at a time when a lot of the senior management had been asked to leave. Slowly and steadily, he began the process of realigning the group businesses and divesting the ones that weren't working. Today, with the most difficult part behind him, he's betting on new areas of growth like wellness and education that will be game changers for the Yash Birla Group. Yash is also more popularly known for his obsession with health and fitness. He always takes care of his body, enjoys dressing well, and loves to shop. That, he says, is his only one vice. For someone who hardly eats out, Frangipani at the Trident, Nariman Point is a pleasant exception. The chic contemporary design of the restaurant revolves around the central theme of a theatre of food, where preparation and presentation of food play the leading role at the 24-hour dining restaurant.
Actually, whenever I do go out, that's rarely, as you say correctly, I go out for the ambience because I am too much into health food, so I like to eat my home food. This restaurant has got a great ambience, it's got natural light, it's lively, energetic. That's why I come here.
Okay, and you do like health food. I mean, that's something that you're known for. So before we start or before we go further, give us some tips on how you sort of stay healthy and fit.
Basically, I'm a pure vegetarian, so that's, I don't know if it's healthy or unhealthy, but I find it healthy. I don't drink at all, so that's definitely healthy.
And you've never had a drink?
I've never tasted alcohol, so I don't know what it tastes like.
Never been tempted?
Never, ever. In fact, been a little anti-it, so
really?
I always stayed away. I mean, I have all my friends drink, and it's perfectly fine if you do, but for me, it's a no-no. So that's as far as my basic rules are concerned about health. I eat 6 small meals a day. Since I'm vegetarian, I have to have protein supplements.
Right.
So I have protein supplement made from whey, which is a milk compound. And then I have a lot of salads, soups, have some fruit.
Yash says he's so repulsed by alcohol that in a crisis he would rather eat non-vegetarian than touch liquor. Keeping it healthy, Chef was making a salad of baked goat cheese for Yash, since goat cheese is his favorite, and a salad of chèvre and rucola for me, as my weakness is feta cheese. I was still busy making notes on what was healthy and what was not, and was delighted to note that Yash indulges in peanut butter from time to time, when our conversation finally turned to what was happening at the Yash Birla Group. So talking about work, you've been doing a lot of restructuring old businesses on one hand, you've been tapping into new areas on the other hand, placing bets on new industries and businesses going forward. So right now, according to you at the group level, what unfinished business and what's the finished business, what's done and dealt with?
Okay, restructuring, so we are a pretty diversified group. That's how I inherited it from my father. And I think the 80s were more where single companies were made of many different products, manufacturing products. So kind of the theory used to be hedge one product cycle with another. So if you have a textile and you have cement, each of these products have business cycles of ups and downs. So when one is up, the other one will hedge it, and vice versa. I think towards the 90s and the new millennium, we moved towards more of a global economy, where we more focus on a single product line and expand in that horizontally or vertically. Don't go into diversified products. So kind of restructuring happened in that way, that we kind of structure ourselves to exist in products or companies we had long-term vision in. If there was no growth potential for, say, 10 years ahead, then those were kind of divested or they were restructured.
Is there also perhaps alignment also more perhaps with your personality, like getting into businesses that you're also, because I'll tell you why, because you're in businesses ranging from things that I would call unsexy, like auto, components and so forth.
I like that adjective.
Yeah. To, things as new age and popular at the moment, like wellness and so forth. So was there a move to perhaps get into more businesses where, you could put in your personal interest as well, or that wasn't a factor at play?
Well, let's say on basically at the surface level, not at all. Maybe internally what you say may be correct to some extent, but I always feel a businessman has to be slightly unemotional about your business.
Okay.
Let's say, yes, we are traditionally a more industrially oriented group, so we have auto components, steel pipes, machine tools, cutting tools. Unsexy, I won't say. When the auto component goes into a nice car like a Lamborghini, it becomes sexy. But the thrill of doing business is when whatever you're doing, you excel in it.
Most heads of businesses today have that ambition that drives them, right? So how does somebody who says that it's okay, we'll take what happens, where do you then get your drive from? What keeps you going?
No, your drive has to be there. In fact, never let your drive go down.
Right.
You have to continuously, persistently endeavor to achieve your goals. Never give up.
Okay.
What spirituality or the state of equanimity, as you may call it, gives you is that whatever the results of your actions, don't depend or don't fantasize about them, or don't depend on what the outcome would be.
Okay.
Right? So in fact, it makes you stronger, makes you more persistent, makes you learn from mistakes and not step back, you step forward. So drive is in fact, according to me, multiplied.
So you don't get disappointed when something doesn't work out, you figure out why?
You go into it, you have to take ownership of it. Not that you say, oh, it was meant to be like that. You take ownership, you contemplate as to why it didn't work out. What were your mistakes? What could you have done better? And then you try again.
Do you think that you've done your bit with the group in terms of where you hope to get it?
No, never.
How would you rate your performance so far?
Never. I would always feel I have to perform much more, much better, and make it reach much higher than where we are today. And I'll have this feeling if you talk to me in after 10 years. So that's how it should be. You have to keep going ahead. You have to keep striving to move forward. And that strive should never go away till you are working.
Chef Joy has prepared for the mains. When we return, we talk more to Yash about the time when he first got into the business, all the initial struggles, and how he grew into the role that he's in today. Frangipani had the first wood-fired oven in the city and is known for its pizzas. Unhealthy for some, they had a special 7-cereal whole wheat pizza on the menu. So Yash said he wouldn't mind trying it. And that's what Chef has been busy doing right behind us, preparing a vegetarian pizza with cajun spiced tofu, asparagus and mushrooms, and serving it fresh and hot straight from the oven. Just as I asked Yash about his experience when he first took over the business after his parents passed away. How difficult was it for you personally? Was it a confusing period? Was it difficult? Was it overwhelming?
Of course. All these additives, I guess I went through all that. I was not like it was not like an alien surrounding for me. But yes, there was a lot of uncertainty, and there was a lot of, because I was studying for my MBA in the United States. It was like one fine day you just leave your MBA and you come down here and you have to head this, or kind of look after this business empire. And the other problem was like my father's management team he had. For some reasons there were some certain reorganizations taking place, and I think just 1 month before he passed away, he kind of given leave to most of his top management. So there were like hardly 1 or 2 of his trusted people around.
Yeah.
So there were no real advisors to tell you about what the business was and how.
So who did you turn to?
Fortunately, my family was very helping. The Birla family, they were like all there. Though like we basically are a joint family in culture and values, but the businesses we are all separate. So they didn't really know much about my father and his companies and what was going on.